Welcome back to Maury's Music. It's January 17th, only 1 week to go between now and the new NAMM show, and Martin has remained true to their word, releasing one brand new model every day. As always, we're joined by our friend Spoon Phillips of One Man's Guitar via satellite from Brooklyn, New York. Spoon, I hope you're having a great day.
And good day to you, Maury.
I know you're particularly interested in today's new Martin reveal. Why don't you have at it? I'll sit back and listen to your insights and opinions on today's new model, the d-homeward limited edition.
Yes, the d-homeward guitar is a limited edition for NAMM 2019, and it features Americana artwork that's based on a famous tattoo pattern called Homeward Bound that was invented by Sailor Jerry. Now that's a name that many people will associate with a brand of spiced rum, but they took the name from their namesake, Sailor Jerry Collins, the most celebrated tattoo artist in American history. Now, Martin CEO Chris Martin has always been a huge fan of high-end guitar inlay artists, and he's always appreciated the amount of time and effort and fine detailed work that goes in to the guitars that they embellish, and he likes to celebrate and feature their artistry and craftsmanship whenever possible on high-end Martin guitars. It was only a matter of time before somebody made the leap from guitar inlay artist to tattoo artist, and this guitar features a nautical theme with artwork that harkens back to the glory days of the massed sailing vessels from the 1850s on up into the era of the magnificent ocean-going schooners of the 1870s. But before we get into that stuff, let's take a look at this instrument as a guitar. The back and sides of this dreadnought-sized instrument is solid koa wood, which is native only to the Hawaiian Islands. And that is where Sailor Jerry Collins settled and opened his tattoo parlor in the 1930s after a stint as an actual sailor in the United States Navy. Now this koa wood is flamed koa, really beautiful, nicely highly figured wood, a lot of color variation, a lot of shimmer, a lot of three-dimensional woven tapestry quality to the wood. The bindings are quilted bubinga, and bubinga is an African wood that's a close cousin to cirrus and ovencoal, but bubinga, or bubinga as some people say, usually has the most appealing, interesting, attractive grain of those three West African tone woods. The top is solid Sitka spruce, which is Martin's main spruce topwood, and it's my favorite choice to match with koa because Sitka imparts this warm presence to a guitar voice, and it has nice overtone sets, and that pairs very well with koa, which is a very hard reflective wood with a lot of fundamental strength and clarity, and this lovely shimmery high-end partials way up over the trebles, but in general it doesn't have as much harmonic undertone and mid-range overtones as you get from woods like mahogany and rosewood. In fact, there's another Sailor Jerry's model that has rosewood, and both of these two Sailor Jerry's guitars have Sitka bracing under that top that is forward shifted non-scalloped 5/16 inch bracing. So with the neck and body, it has the same construction as the classic standard Martin D28. Only this one has koa, the other one has Indian rosewood like a D28 typically gets. This Sitka spruce is also figured. That goes very well with the binding in the back. It's got lovely bear claw figuring all over the top, which is a natural phenomenon that takes place in all species of wood and spruces, but but Sitka often gives you really nice looking bear claw, and that's certainly the case here. As for that amazing artwork, I guess we can look at this guitar from head to toe, or more fitting in this case to say from stem to stern, as out there at the end of the stem on the headstock is this adorable, beautiful inlay of a native Hawaiian dancing girl who's got flowers and a grass skirt, and she's playing her ukulele as she's doing the hula dance. And she is made out of wood that retained its natural tones, that's then embellished with what they call sand shading to give some 3D texture and quality to the wood, and also is a shell inlay involved in this as well. Her hula skirt is highly colored abalone shell, and she is dancing in front of wave after wave of beautiful rippling koa. And this is the kind of koa waves that you really have to see in person to appreciate how three-dimensional they look. When the light hits it right, it's like you're looking through a pane of glass at rippling sand on the or sand on the bottom of a clear lagoon, and that's bound in the nicely quilted bubinga, and they're beautiful koa buttons that reflect the light in this lovely butterscotch and copper way. The ebony fretboard is just festooned with this beautiful inlay, these really large offset stars that are made of different shades of wood, but they look like three-dimensional brass or bronze stars like you might see on the uniform of an admiral. And then there's smaller mother of pearl stars, and closer to the body there's the very large anchor that is a quintessential Sailor Jerry tattoo that's been copied all around the world. And then you get to the artwork on the body that have these two furled American flags that mirror each other. It looks very much like something from the American Civil War period, and across the top is this beautiful wooden inlaid banner that has the motto, "Rocked in the Cradle of the Deep," which is a favorite seafaring hymn that the music dates from circa 1850. The lyrics come from a poem from the 1830s, and so really beautiful Americana artwork inlaid around the sound hole on that figured Sitka top. And on the back, on the koa back, is this magnificent large sailing ship, and with its big masts and big sails and clouds, and in front of a wooden inlaid sunrise. And this is an image that people will recognize. It is now iconic. You see it on chests, you see it on wooden serving trays, you see it on scrimshaw, and it might in fact be directly inspired by the traditional three-mast schooner that was registered out of Honolulu, and its master was none other than Sailor Jerry himself. So really cool looking guitar. I know I've gone on long about it, but I think it's going to be a very robust sounding koa dreadnought with this magnificent work. I love beautiful wooden inlay even more than the fancy pearl inlay you often see on high-end Martins, and this has a very tasteful combination of the two. And I guess that's it for now. I'll shove off, and I'll see you for the next Martin reveal video, and at some point we'll get to that second Sailor Jerry guitar as well.
Well, that is a lot of very interesting information. I don't think I'll venture to add anything here until we can both get a chance to play the D-homeward in person. I hope you have fair winds and smooth sailing till next time. Thank you, Spoon, and thank you for watching. Please remember to bookmark our blog and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a single episode. See you next time.